Hi everyone, welcome to the Let Me Tell You channel. Today I'm going to bring you a very interesting topic, magic tricks and optical illusions. Get ready to discover 10 surprising facts that will make you question what is real and what is an illusion. The first magic trick recorded in history was performed by the Greek magician Dedi in 2700 BC. He is said to have cut off the head of a goose and then restored it completely. Amazing, isn't it? There are reports that he would have done another very famous trick at the time, which was to make a stone statue move. Many thought he actually had godlike powers, but in fact, he used a system of ropes and pulleys to perform his tricks. The famous optical illusion of straight lines, which look like curves, was discovered by the German mathematician Johann Carl Friedrich Gauss. It is interesting to note that it was discovered by Gauss while he was studying the theory of curvature of surfaces. He felt that straight lines looked curved when placed on a curved surface, such as a sphere. This phenomenon is known as the Gauss paradox. Houdini was one of the greatest magicians in history. In addition to performing incredible tricks, he was also responsible for unmasking many charlatans who posed as mediums and deceived people. He became famous not only for his magic tricks, but also for being a great escapologist. He managed to escape from chains, handcuffs, straitjackets, and even tanks filled with water. Sadly, he died at the age of 52 from peritonitis caused by a perforated appendix, which would have been caused by a punch he received in the stomach. One of the most famous tricks in magic is levitation. There are many ways to do it, but one of the most impressive is the levitation of a heavy object, such as a person. Magician Criss Angel is one of the masters of this art, using a system of wires and magnets to levitate heavy objects such as cars and helicopters. The optical illusion of complementary colors is well known. It occurs when two opposing nuclei, such as red and green, are placed side by side. This causes the colors to become more intense and keep vibrating. Interestingly, this trick can be used to create interesting visual effects in paintings and photography. A famous example is Vincent van Gogh's painting Starry Night, which uses a combination of complementary colors to create a vibrant and dramatic effect. Many magic tricks are based on scientific principles. For example, the trick of going through a wall is based on a principle of physics called the tunnel effect, which allows subatomic particles to pass through solid barriers. Many magicians work in collaboration with scientists to develop new tricks and illusions. An example of this is the British magician and illusionist Darren Brown, who has already collaborated with neuroscientists and psychologists to develop new techniques of persuasion and influence. The famous trick of the ambitious cards is one of the most popular among magicians. It consists of making a card chosen by the spectator climb to the top of the deck several times in a row. This trick is based on a principle of mechanics called Bernoulli's principle, which states that air pressure decreases when air velocity increases. This principle is used to make the card chosen by the spectator float to the top of the deck. The optical illusion of forced perspective is widely used in cinema, especially in fantasy and science fiction films. It consists of making an induced object larger or smaller than it really is, simply by changing the camera's perspective. A famous example is the Gandalf and Frodo scene in the first Lord of the Rings movie, in which actor Ian McKellen looked much taller than actor Elijah Wood, even though in real life, they are similar heights. One of the biggest challenges for magicians is performing tricks in public, where any flaws can be noticed. That's why many magicians spend years practicing a single trick and manage to perform it perfectly. Finally, one last curiosity is about one of the greatest illusionists in Brazil, Isao Imamura. He is responsible for some of the most impressive tricks ever seen, such as levitating a ballerina across the stage. If you don't already know him, it's worth checking out his work. These were just a few curiosities about magic tricks and optical illusions. I hope you enjoyed getting to know a little more about this fascinating world of magic and illusion. See you next time.